Welcome to the first episode of Traveling with me, your dancing wanderer. Oh my god, I am a bit nervous since today is the first episode. So yeah, before we dive into the episode, let me quickly tell you about myself. Hi, my name is Neha. If you follow me on Instagram, you know me there as a dancing wanderer, and I have been traveling since 2016, and I usually travel on my own. Traveling for me is people and places, so you will find fairly lot of information about the people, the country I visit to, the place I visit to, the history and the culture of it. So yeah, that's about it. And the reason why I'm here today and why I have this channel is because I would like you to know that traveling on your own is not that hard. So I am here to explain you how you can travel on your own, how you can plan on your own, and give you a lot of information about all the places that I have visited to, so that you don't have to do much research. Shall we get into it? You can also click the link in the description to know 2 reasons why I have created this channel, and as promised in that video, I have a free gift for you guys because today is our first episode. So there's a link in the description, and during this course of this video there will be a password popped up here somewhere. Just note it down and go to the link, put down the password, and you will get your freebie. As a free gift, I'm sharing with you guys a guide on how to start planning your own travel. So it has all the steps which you should know before you start planning on your own. And I am excited for this. I hope you guys are, and I seriously wish that this guide will help you start planning your own travel. Now coming back to today's topic, that is Kedarnath Yatra. Har Har Mahadev. So you will see a lot of vlogs about the Kedarnath Yatra. But today in this video, I will also be sharing with you guys what to do before you start planning your Kedarnath Yatra. Now we all know that it is the most difficult dham in the Char Dham Yatra. Even if you are doing it as a Char Dham or as a single dham, this is the most difficult one. So you need to be prepared with few things, and below are the 4 things you should keep in mind while planning the Kedarnath Yatra. First, decide whether you want to do the trek of the whole route, but bear in mind that it is 20 plus kilometers. Yeah. So do you want to trek it, or you want to do Khacchar, okay, or do you want to go with the Pitthu or Kandi option? You need to know is that the Doli is only available for senior citizens. So if you are 60 plus, then only you will get the Doli officially. But black में तो हर जगह मिलता है. But that is totally up to your luck, and you literally need God's luck to get the helicopter tickets, because it is like your train ka tatkal ticket. It gets filled within seconds of opening. So although that costs, the return journey costs you 7,500 rupees, it is the most cheapest option. I will not say most cheapest, but most comfortable option. But trust me, you will not get the feel of Yatra. So now if you are trekking, then please start preparing your body at least 2 months prior to the trek, so that you will be having enough stamina to do the high altitude climbing. And if you decide to go by Pitthu, then know that the more your weight, the more the cost. So bhai pehle hi weight check mein rakh lena, so that it will be beneficial for you guys. After that, you need to prepare your mind for the cold weather, because see, if you are like me who is not much comfortable with the cold, then you need to keep on telling your mind and prepare it for the cold weather that is yet to come, and that will, trust me, that will actually help you in your yatra. Second thing, you need to do registration for your yatra or for your trek. You can do it on the Uttarakhand website, and when you enter, you have to show your registration code, because that gets scanned at the base, and depending on that and depending on the weather, okay, depending on the weather at Kedarnath Valley, the registration starts or open. So bear in mind to do the registration beforehand. Third thing, decide whether you want to do the Char Dham or only 2 Dham or 1 Dham, because if you plan to do the Char Dham Yatra, then your route will be Haridwar, Mussoorie, Dehradun, Barkot, and then you start Yamunotri, Gangotri, Kedarnath, and then Badrinath. But if you decide to go to only Kedarnath, then your route will start from Haridwar, Rishikesh. Post that it will be Rudraprayag, and the base is the Sonprayag for Kedarnath Dham. Fourth thing, decide the month you want to go to. As you all know that this yatra is only for 6 months, because 6 months the weather is very crucial over there, so it's not open. So for 6 months, that is from mid April, May till October, this journey is there. So if you go to a May start or something like that, the way we went, it will be very crowded, first thing. Second, the snow is not yet melted and there might be a snowfall, so weather will be a bit harsh. If you go around June to August, it will be raining a lot, so there are chances of, we have seen the landslides and everything. And if you go further after say August, September till the October month, then I feel that that is going to be a very pleasant weather, and crowd will also be not that high. Now point wise, I'll share with you the steps from Sonprayag to the Kedarnath Temple and back. Number 1, your car and bus can only go up to Sonprayag. So Sonprayag is where you will have to get out. From Sonprayag, you get in line for the registration to get it scanned, right? As I said. So I will suggest you to stand in line as early as possible. We started at 4 o'clock, like 4 a.m. in the morning, because during the day, as soon as the weather starts getting bad, they stop you at Sonprayag, okay, and they will hold you at Sonprayag. So it's better to start early in the morning, so that you will get a head start and you will reach the temple before it's dark and before the temple gets closed. We started around 8:30 to 9 a.m. and we reached the temple around 6 p.m. Yes, it's 20 plus kilometers, although it's a straight route, but it's a stone route, man-made route, and it's a winding one. So even if what we can say, signboard says 16 kilometers, no, it's not 16 kilometers from the Gaurikund, from where the jeep drops you, till that point to the Kedarnath Temple, it's almost 20 plus kilometers. From Sonprayag, you get a government jeep which costs you 50 rupees and which drops you 5 kilometers ahead from Sonprayag to Gaurikund. And Gaurikund is where you will start your trek. Gaurikund is the place where you will get the Doli for senior citizens officially. As you can see, the cost is 13,500 rupees if you decide to return in the same Doli but on the next day. The other cost is here. From here, almost 500 meters ahead, you will get the Ghoda Padav. So the Ghoda Padav is where you will officially get the Khacchar for your journey, and that costs you somewhere around 3,000 rupees. From here itself, you can get the Pitthu or Kandi, and that will cost you anywhere between 6,000 to 12,000. Yes, it is that costly because everything depends on 1, your weight, and 2, how much your bargaining skills are. So I did a Pitthu for my mom, and there were 4 people who helped her climb. So they were taking turns in taking her because her weight was more. If you are thinly built or if you are a kid, then the cost will be lesser, and it might be that there will be 1 or only 2 people who will help you, reach the top with few breaks in between and few switches. But trust me, the people are super friendly. The guys who helped my mom take her from the base to the temple were super nice, and it was a pretty safe journey for her, bearing in mind her weight was more. Still, and it was a steep climb, still it was a very nice journey, and I really appreciate the hard work that these people put in. Now, in my opinion, although the Khacchar is the cheapest option, but I will still suggest not to go for it, because these poor animals suffer a lot. They can't speak, they can't understand, so like they suffer a lot. I have seen it. See, their hooves are made with metal and the road is a stone road, so they are unable to keep the footing and they sleep a lot with the weight. So it's a pretty risky thing to go there with the Khacchar, but yeah, to each its own. And if you want to go with the helicopter option, then before starting your journey, you can go to the page where you have registered with Uttarakhand Tourism, and there you will get the link for IRCTC Heli Yatra. From there, as soon as the slots open, you can start the booking. Now moving on, from Gaurikund, once you reach 5 to 6 kilometers ahead, there is a place called Rambada, and Rambada is the place from where the actual steep climb to the temple starts. So as you can see in the picture, this is such one steep climb, okay, and like that you have 3 on the route. And when I say steep, it is literally 80 degrees. So get those muscles worked out before you start doing this journey. The most important thing you need to know is that the Khacchar stop at the temple is 1.5 kilometers away from the temple, and the helipad stop is 500 meters, that is half a kilometer away. So this way or that way you will have to walk a bit if you have till you reach the temple. See, I am not much of a astic or a nastic person, but I do believe in higher energy. So the moment I reached the valley, the moment I reached the temple, I could feel the vibe all around me. It's something that is cannot be expressed in words. The valley, but the temple is right in the middle of a valley, and from the four sides it's surrounded by snow-clad mountains, and it's just divine. I would suggest staying one night at Kedarnath because one, your body is very tired, and second, you get to do the darshan at night and in the morning. See, if by any chance the crowd is more and if you are unable to do a proper darshan at night, you still get a chance to do the darshan in the morning, early morning, that too. And since you have come so far after doing much of a hassle and so much of hardship, then you deserve to have a proper darshan in the temple. And this gives you chance to visit the temple twice and to have a proper darshan and be satisfied. I'll be honest with you, the stay options are very less and the GMVN options are not that great. Other than that, there are tents available. But if you are traveling with elderly people, then staying in tent is not an option, right? You get the rooms for basic rooms, okay, for 2, 3 or 4 people occupancy at the cost of 8,000 to 14,000 rupees. Yes, it is costly, but you are still protected from the harsh weather, and they do have heater in the bathroom, and that matters. So if you are really interested in taking a proper darshan, I will suggest spending money at the stay here and adjusting it with your other stays throughout your journey. Know that people start standing in the queue from morning 3:30 a.m. right? The temple opens at 4:30, and at the time of Aarti, the darshan inside the temple is not allowed, so darshan is stopped. And in the evening, the temple is open till 9 p.m. Do know that follow the queue and follow all the rules, because the cops over there are pretty serious about their business, and do not take any photos or videos inside the temple, because I literally saw a man who was in front of me who took a photo and a video inside the temple, got beaten up by the pandits and by the cops. It was not a pretty sight. Usually you get the darshan from Sabha Mandap, right? But IDK, if I don't know whether we were lucky or what it was, we did darshan on Sunday evening and Monday morning. And it was announced that on Monday morning, the Garbhagriha, the Gabhara, where the Shivalingam is, was open for devotees from 4:30 a.m. till 11:30 a.m. So we could actually, I don't know if it is every Monday phenomenon or we were just lucky, but we could go inside and touch the Shivalingam, and that was amazing. Also, it's not actually a Shivalingam which you see everywhere in the pictures or in the videos, but there's an interesting story behind it. Let me share it with you guys. So as the story goes, after Mahabharata, Pandavas killed a lot of their kins, right? So to gain the redemption, they seek the blessing of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is also known as Kedarnath, and he was constantly eluding them. Finally, he took a refuge in the mountains in the form of a bull. But when Pandavas found him, he dived into the earth, and while diving, his hump only remained here, and the other parts materialized at 4 other places. So this is where you can actually see the hump of Lord Shiva, or that bull, and since today was a Monday, we got to touch the shivling, but the shivling is in the form of a stone, and yeah, it was amazing. Also, if you get the time, if you are healthy, if you are able-bodied, then do visit the Bhairavnath Temple. The Bhairavnath Temple is 1 kilometer uphill from Kedarnath. You can actually see it. It is said that Bhairavnath is the Kshetrapal of the region. So Kshetrapal is like a guardian. So he guides the Kedarnath valley for the 6 months when there are no people over there. So it is a very nice place to see. And a pro tip, if you really climb till the Bhairavnath Temple, and if you plan to climb a bit more from there, bit higher up from there, then you can actually get this pretty views. Isn't this nice? Now coming back to the temple, behind the Kedarnath temple you have this Bheem Sheela. We all know about the flood that happened in Kedarnath in around 2012 or 2013. So at that time the whole Kedarnath was flooded and it was a really horrible sight. But at that time this particular stone came from above but stopped right behind the temple. If it would have gone ahead, the temple would have been destroyed. So people here call it as Bheem Sheela, and somewhere behind the temple there's also a flow of water, and people say, like the sadhus over there say, that this is a Ganga which flows near the temple, and you can actually collect the Ganga and bring it home with you. Note that if you want to do any puja, then you need to book in advance, because the Kedarnath line, the Darshan line, can go up to or beyond the helipad, right? If you can see over here, it's long, and if you reach any time beyond 10 a.m. then be prepared to stand in queue for 4 hours. Also know that the VIP line pass is only available for the people who are coming from the helicopter, who are returning on the same day by the helicopter. So they only get the access to the VIP pass. Other than that, you will have to stand in line. Now that your darshan is done, so it's time to climb down. So next point is, if you plan to climb down by Khacchar, so the official government cost for that is 2,000 rupees, and if you plan to do a Pitthu or a Kandi, so that will cost you, it is my observation, that costs you less if you do it from the near the temple or before the Ghoda Padav, because if you start walking ahead and ahead and ahead, the cost increases and they don't bargain with you much. So for me, I did the Pitthu for my mom. So climbing up cost was 7,500 rupees and climbing down was 7,000 rupees. As I said, and I was actually trekking besides her. So as I said, it totally depends on your bargaining skills and your weight. Again, you reach at Gaurikund, that is the base point. Know that if you reach somewhere post 6 p.m. or 7 p.m, there will be a line for jeep. So we had to wait for 1.5 hours just to get that jeep, which takes you from Gaurikund to Sonprayag, which is 5 kilometers ahead. But my family members who reached before me, before me and my mom, they reached around 5:30 p.m. So they had to wait only for 45 minutes in the line for the jeep. So yeah, plan accordingly and try to get down as early as possible. This is just FYI. There are 2 parking lots at Sonprayag. So the first parking lot is almost 1 kilometer from the point where the jeep stops you. Okay, so from jeep to the first parking point, it's 1 kilometer. But there's another parking which is called as Sitapu parking, which is 1.5 kilometers ahead of the first parking. And know that where your gadi or your vehicle will be stopped, because according to that you will have to walk more to 2.5 kilometers, and yeah, the whole journey will be more than 22 kilometers. Also, I missed one crucial point. So the whole route is quite muddy. Okay, so because of the unpredictable rain in the hilly regions, the route is pretty muddy, and it's filled with horse shit. Yeah, so there are a lot of animals, so it's bound to be dirty. So the whole point of telling you all that is dress accordingly while climbing up or climbing down, because your clothes are gonna get dirty. Pro tip, carry a walking stick with you. No, it does not make you look weak, okay? It's for your support. The road is a stone road, right? So your knees are going to give up after a certain point. So sticks will help you put some weight on it, and that will actually be helpful for your knees. So your knees will thank me in the end. So don't forget to get that walking stick. So stay warm in the journey. Don't climb up or climb down in thermals, because that will cause breathing problems. Carry enough layers with you. Stuff a lot of snacks in your bag, and carry a walking stick, and you will complete your trek peacefully. So much of the information, my goodness. I hope I have covered everything, right? And if at all I have missed anything, or if at all you have any questions regarding the same, do drop in the comment section, so that I will try to answer you with all the knowledge and I have. And even if you don't have any questions, do drop the encouragement in the comments, because that will help me to create more such videos. Also, don't forget to share it with your family or friends who are planning this yatra. And I will see you in the next episode in next week. Till then, you can join me on Instagram to follow the travels over there. And yeah, happy traveling. Bye bye.